Hey book lovers, Victoria here and you're watching My Books Are Me. And today I'm bringing you my most anticipated releases for the next 4 months. Back at the start of January I made a video talking about 7, I think it was, of my most anticipated releases coming out between January and April, and now since it is at the end of April or maybe the start of May when this is going up, I don't know, I realised I better make another video and share my 8 most anticipated releases for the next 4 months. So that is May through to August. And actually 4 of the books on this list are my most anticipated releases for the entire year. There are some amazing books coming out. I'm actually lucky enough to already have my hands on 2 of them, and I can't wait to get my hands on most of these because I've been waiting for what feels like forever for these books to come out. So let's just dive right in and start talking about them. The first one is A Court of Frost and Starlight by Sarah J Maas. This is book 3.5 in the Court of Thorns and Roses series. It is a novella taking place between the original trilogy and the next part of the series, so it's kind of bridging the gap. It will be wrapping up Feyre and Rhysand's story and also introducing us apparently to the new perspective or perspectives we get in the rest of the book for the rest of the books in the series. This book will be narrated by both Feyre and Rhysand, which I'm so happy about because I just want to get inside Rhys's head and see his perspective on things. I think it's going to be amazing. This will be taking place over the winter solstice, which is also Feyre's birthday, after the events of A Court of Wings and Ruin and after the war, and that even though they won the war in a way, there is still a lot of hurt, a lot of damage and a lot of scars as they try to rebuild and move on, and I'm so excited. I cannot wait for this book. You guys know how much I love the ACOTAR series, and I'm excited to see how Sarah has wrapped up Rhys and Feyre's story, and then I'm so excited to find out whose perspective we're going to be following next. My money is on Nesta and or Elaine. I feel like the rest of the books in the series may be showing us the other Sharon sisters' perspectives because there is so much there for both of them, and I'm so excited. I can't wait. Then coming out on the 3rd of May is The Beast's Heart by Leif Shallcross. This is funny that I've put it after Akafaz. This is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, but it is focusing on the Beast. So this book was kindly sent to me for review from Hatchet Australia, which I'm so thankful for, and look at how beautiful this is. So I'm just going to read you the blurb. A scrumptiously magical brand new take on a tale as old as time. Read the beast side of the story at long last. I'm neither monster nor man, yet I am both. I am a beast. The day I was cursed to this wretched existence was the day I was saved, although it did not feel so at the time. My redemption sprung from contemptible roots. I am not proud of what I did the day her father happened. Oh, far out. I am not proud of what I did the day her father happened upon my crumbling, isolated chateau. But if loneliness breeds desperation, then I was desperate indeed, and I did what I felt I must. My shameful behaviour was unjustly rewarded. My Isabeau, my Isabeau. She opened my eyes, my mind, and my heart. She taught me how to be a human again, and now I might lose her forever. And if you look at a lot of retellings, you do get it from the beauty's perspective. You never get it from the beast's perspective. So I'm really excited for this book. I've heard pretty good things about it so far. So this, if you are interested in Beauty and the Beast, then this is a retelling you should definitely check out. Then on the 15th of May we have The Favourite Sister by Jessica Knoll. This book was kindly sent to me from Pam McMillan Australia, and it sounds like it's going to be an epic read. It's actually an adult mystery, and this should be so fun. 2 sisters, 1 reality show, no mercy. Brett and Kelly Courtney are the shining jewels of a hugely popular reality TV show, Gold Diggers, and their bitter rivalry draws in millions of viewers each week. Its fiercely competitive cast of 5 self-made women are defined by their success, beauty, and ruthless drive to reach the top by whatever means necessary, and Brett and Kelly are leading the way. Vicious backstabbing, scathing social media attacks, and finely tuned scripting draw in the viewing public every week, all orchestrated by the show's omnipotent producers. But even they don't know that season 4 will end in murder. This one sounds like it's going to be a really fun mystery to read. I feel like it's going to be fun, but then also has like that mystery element to it. I don't know. Jessica Knowles wrote Jessica Knoll wrote Jessica Knoll wrote Luckiest Girl Alive, and that got really good reviews last year or the year before, whenever it came out. But this one sounds like it's going to be good. It also looks good, and I'm excited. This is definitely going to be one of the next books I pick up. Then also on the 15th of May, we have one of my most anticipated releases for the entire year. I needed this book like yesterday, and that is War Storm by Victoria Aveyard. It is the 4th and final book in the Red Queen series, and I am so scared and anxious about this book and what Victoria is going to do with my beloved characters. Victory comes at a price. Mare Barrow learned this all too well when Cal's betrayal nearly destroyed her. Now determined to protect her heart and secure freedom for Reds and new bloods like her, Mare resolves to overthrow the kingdom of Norda once and for all, starting with the crown on Maven's head. But no battle is won alone, and before the Reds may rise as one, Mare must side with the boy who broke her heart in order to defeat the boy who almost broke her. Cal's powerful silver allies alongside Mare and the Scarlet Guard prove a formidable force, but Maven is driven by an obsession so deep he will stop at nothing to have Mare as his own again, even if it means demolishing everything and everyone in his path. War is coming, and all Mare has fought for hangs in the balance. Will victory be enough to topple the Silver Kingdom, or will the little lightning girl be forever silenced? Victoria has teased so much that the person Mare ends up with will make a lot of people happy, but then also a lot of people really pissed off, and I'm going to be so annoyed if it's not Cal. I am team Cal all the way, and I want it to be Cal. If it is Maven, I'm going to be so annoyed. And you know what, I've been thinking recently, she's probably going to make her end up with Kalorn, and no one's going to be happy about that. If you haven't read the first 3 books in this series, please do so right now. I will link below to my review for Red Queen and King's Cage. I don't think I posted a review for Glass Sword, but just please go check them out, read these books. I'm so excited and I'm so anxious to get my hands on this book. I know the moment I get my hands on it, I will be reading it right there and then. Another one of my most anticipated releases is coming out on the 29th of May, and that is Legendary by Stephanie Garber. This is the second book in the Caravel duology, and Caravel came out last year. I really enjoyed it. It was a really, really fun read, and a really beautiful read, and a really fantastical read. And I said back then that I really enjoyed the book, and I would have been really happy for that book to be a standalone, like if it didn't have the epilogue, and the epilogue introduced us to what the next part of this story will be about. And I was like, yeah, this sounds cool, I'm definitely going to read the book when it comes out. But this synopsis makes it sound epic. So the first book followed Scarlet, and this book will be following her younger sister Tella, and taking place after everything that happened in the first book. And this synopsis makes me again so anxious for this book, and so nervous and so excited. A heart to protect, a debt to repay, a game to win. After being swept up in the magical world of Caravel, Donatella Dragna has finally escaped her father and saved her sister Scarlet from a disastrous arranged marriage. The girl should be celebrating, but Tella isn't yet free. She made a desperate bargain with a mysterious criminal, and what Tella owes him, no one has ever been able to deliver. Caravel Master Legends, true name. The only chance of uncovering Legend's identity is to win Caravel, so Tella throws herself into the legendary competition once more, and into the path of the murderous heir to the throne, a doomed love story, and a web of secrets, including her sister's. Caravel has always demanded bravery, cunning, and sacrifice, but now the game is asking for more. If Tella can't fulfill her bargain and deliver Legend's name, she'll lose everything she cares about, maybe even her life. But if she wins, Legend and Caravel will be destroyed forever. Welcome to Caravel. The games have only just begun. I can't wait for this book. The cover for this book also looks epically amazing, and I'm so excited. Anyway, calm down. Also coming out on the 29th of May is Lifelike by J. Kristoff. This is the first book in the Lifelike, I want to say trilogy. Jay's written trilogy, so I'm assuming this is a new one. What really hooks me with this book, before I even read the synopsis, is just the description that appears on the front of the Australian edition, and that is, it's Romeo and Juliet meets Mad Max meets X-Men with a little bit of Blade Runner cheering from the sidelines. So this is a sci-fi novel, and I'm not the biggest fan of sci-fi, but I really like Jay's work, so I'm excited for this one. I'm also really excited to see him write a sci-fi series by himself. Obviously the last sci-fi he wrote was the Illuminae Files, which was written with Amy Kaufman, so it would be really interesting to have a sci-fi just written by him. On a floating junkyard beneath a radiation sky, a deadly secret lies buried in the scrap. Eve isn't looking for secrets, she's too busy looking over her shoulder. The robot gladiator she has spent 6 months building has been reduced to a smoking wreck, and the only thing keeping her grandpa from the grave was the fistful of credits she just lost to the bookies. To top it off, she's discovered she can destroy electronics with the power of her mind, and the puritanical Brotherhood are building a coffin her size. If she's ever had a worse day, Eve can't remember it. But when Eve discovers the ruins of an android boy named Ezekiel in the scrap pile she calls home, her entire world comes crashing down. With her best friend Lemon Fresh and her robotic conscious Cricket in tow, she and Ezekiel will trek across deserts of irradiated glass, infiltrate towering megacities, and scour the graveyard of humanity's greatest folly to save the ones Eve loves and learn the dark secrets of her past. Even those secrets were better off staying buried. I don't really know what to expect from this, but I am excited. Bring it on. Moving now on to July, to the 17th of July, because apparently there's no books that I'm excited for coming out in June, and that is When Life Gives You Demons by Jennifer Honeyborn. Jennifer wrote Wesley James Ruined My Life, which came out last year. I really liked that book, it was a really fun read, and when I saw she was bringing out a new book, I was excited for it, and this one looks like it's also going to be a really fun read. 16-year-old Shelby Black has spent the past year training to be an exorcist. Her great uncle Roy, a Catholic priest and Shelby's guardian, believes she has a gift for expelling demons, and he's put her through exorcist boot camp hell, but he still doesn't trust her to do an exorcism on her own. High school is hard enough without having to explain that you fight demons for a living, so Shelby keeps her extracurricular activity quiet, especially from Spencer, her cute math tutor. Secrets run in Shelby's family though. Her mother has been missing ever since an exorcism went horribly wrong, and Uncle Roy is tight-lipped about it. But Shelby's hell-bent on finding her mum no matter what, even if what it ends up costing her is her soul and a date with Spencer. This one sounds like it's going to be fun, and I really love Jennifer's first book, so I think this one's going to be a good one too. Finally, the last book is coming out on the 24th of August, and that is Losing the Field by Abby Glines. This is the 4th book in the Field Party series, and kind of what I'm thinking is the first book in the next trilogy of the series. So this is a 9-book series following the members of the football team, and the first 3 books followed the seniors on the football team, and they graduated at the end of the 3rd book. So now we are following like the new 3 of the new seniors. So I'm kind of saying that this is like obviously still part of the Field Party series, but it's like a new phase in the Field Party series. Losing his dream, his ultimate plan, and his future, Nash Lee never expected to be facing a life without football. One wrong move and it had all changed. Going back to school for his senior year no longer appealed to him. He'd rather not leave his house. Walking back into Lawton High School, seeing pity in everyone's eyes was just another reality in his nightmare. Revenge wasn't a pretty thing. Tallulah Little had found it was rather controlling. The way you looked at life changed completely when you clung to the ugly notion, but she'd done it anyway. From the last day of her junior year, when Riker Lee had made a fat joke about her and Nash laughed with him, she'd been driven by pain. It wasn't like no one had made fun of her weight before. She was used to that. What had hurt so deeply was Nash's laughter. He'd always been the one person to notice her, include her, not treat her differently. But that one moment had changed it all. From the time she walked out of the school building to the moment she returned for her senior year, Tallulah had been determined to lose weight and finally be the size her peers considered acceptable. What she wasn't expecting on her return was to find a broken Nash Lee who no longer smiled, rarely spoke, and didn't care about anything or anyone around him. He was just existing. But the pain in his eyes she understood all too well. He was alone. He no longer fit into the perfect package. I can't remember if there was anything that happened in the 3rd book as to why Nash isn't playing football anymore. I feel like there is. Like, there is this haze of something in my head that is telling me yes, what Nash is experiencing is a result of something that had happened in the 3rd book, but I can't remember. It'll probably be explained. It'll be recapped. But you guys know how much I love Abby's books, and I'm so excited for another one this year. I can't get enough. And I really like this series. So I'm going to link below to a blog post that has all of these books on it, all of their synopsises and links to where you can add it to your Goodreads TBR and where you can pre-order it and everything like that. So go check that out. Let me know in the comments below some of the books for the next 4 months that you are excited to see it come out and you can't wait to get your hands on. And definitely stay tuned because these are books that hopefully when I get my hands on them at some point around the release date, I will be doing reviews for them as soon as I read them. And for most of them, there will probably be a video review for them. We will see. I'm just excited. I can't wait to get my hands on them. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys soon with another one. Bye!